My friend was born with a heart condition that required her to get a heart transplant. She was put on a waiting list, but there was no guarantee that she would get it. Fortunately, she was able to have the procedure done, but there are many people out there who are not as fortunate as her and pass away before receiving that organ transplant they needed to survive. What can be done to prevent the deaths caused by failing organs without a guarantee for a human organ transplant? Xenotransplants introduce the idea of using animal organs to reduce the growing demand for donor organs. There are more than 500,000 Americans with end-stage kidney disease who are dependent on dialysis, which is time-consuming as they are there at least 3 times a week for several hours each time. Their best option would be to get an organ transplant, but that's not feasible due to the shortage for donor organs. There are more than 90,000 people on a waiting list for an organ transplant, where fewer than 25,000 kidney transplants are done in the US, and more than 12 people on the waiting list die each day. Although there is a lack of human organ donors, xenotransplants may be able to provide a solution by using animal organs for transplants instead. Pigs are used as the preferred source of organs because they have a short gestation period, they produce many offspring at a time, they have similar size organs to humans, and they're less likely to transfer zoonotic diseases. Also, their tissues have been successfully transplanted into humans for years. Robert Montgomery, lead surgeon for the recent xenotransplants, explains, the traditional paradigm that someone has to die for someone else to live is never going to keep up with the ever-increasing incidence of organ failure. Montgomery highlights how a new source for organs is needed to keep up with the demand caused by organ failure, which is why the use of pig organs for human transplants has been introduced. Now, gene editing is needed due to a sugar molecule found in pig organs, which causes a severe immune reaction in humans. So CRISPR-Cas9, a gene editing tool, is used to edit the pig genome and knock out that sugar molecule gene to prevent organ rejection from occurring. What has been done with xenotransplants and what does its future look like? There was an experiment at University of Alabama Hearsink on a brain-dead individual where 2 human kidneys were replaced with 2 kidneys from a pig. The kidney shows signs of functioning as they turned pink as they swelled with blood, and they produced urine. Plus, there was no signs of organ rejection, and the blood vessel stayed intact. This experiment has fostered hope, but also ethical concerns. Jamie Locke, doctor that led the recent xenotransplant at UAB Hearsink, states, I looked up at my partners, and we all had this silent understanding of the magnitude of the moment. We actually might be able to walk into a clinic and have a cure for every single person I see. Locke reveals how xenotransplants have given her hope, that she may finally have a solution for the countless of people on the waiting list for an organ transplant. Now, the arguments raised over xenotransplants are, some people think humans are selfish, that they refuse to donate their own organs and are just using pigs as spare parts, but some people argue against this, saying that the harm done to pigs could be worth it if it can expand the number of organs available. In conclusion, you may think this medical discovery doesn't affect you, but that's not true. Someone you know could be struggling with a failing organ, and xenotransplants might save their life. Even though xenotransplants are still in the stages of testing and their ethical dilemmas are being discussed, they could be the future regarding organ transplants. Thank you.